Coach, your player of the game was CJ, but you chose to sit him at the start of the second. Did you feel like you want to light a fire under him or change?
No, not that. I mean, I just like Antoine Wiggins to start us off in the games, and Bruno has done a good job at the 3 for us, but I like him at the 4 too. And but I told you it wasn't anything that he had done in the first half. He actually played really well for us in the first half, but we just wanted to switch things up a little bit, and then brought him off the bench. And like you said, he did light a fire up under. He had some energy. He was jawing with the refs a little bit. He had everything going tonight. They're definitely pounding those. They tried to put a small on him, and we wanted to attack that matchup. A night where Brady didn't have his best night. Eddie didn't have his best night. CJ stepped up for us and did a hell of a job. Bruno was great for us in that third quarter, making some key shots for us. So, but everybody played well. Great team effort, but, CJ definitely was the guy tonight.
The guy you mentioned was Antoine Wiggins. He was huge for you guys, especially with the amount of energy and activity, because the first half was kind of all over the place at certain extents.
This is a good team. I think that their record is not really indicative of who they are now. Now they're adding John Jenkins. Big time shooter. I got it. I always liked him, and I think that Fells and Wafer, they're starting to figure out their spots within coach's system over there. But Twan is Twan, man. He's our energy. He's our I look down. I always say I don't play him enough. His plus minus is always off the charts. But I just think he does all the little things. He crashes the board, he guards, he tries to guard. He's still getting better in his pick and roll defense, but overall he's getting better just with everything that we're trying to do, everything that we ask him to do. He does it. He's the epitome of what we're about here at 905, and that's just buying into what we're doing, not thinking, being selfless, and letting the game come to you, and he does that really well for us.
Coach, you opened up that third quarter on a 15-4 run. 21 of those 39 points came from CJ and Antoine. Anything you said in the halftime to kind of help steer that, or is that something they just knew?
Just for us to continue to work the game. That again, we don't want to be known as a front-running team. That we have to play with a lead in order for us to be successful. We can continue to work the game, grind the game if we have to. Make it come down to us executing late in games for us to get wins, and so I'm proud of these guys. Proud of them continuing to do that, because they got again, I talk about it sometimes, professional scorers. They got professional scorers on that team. Got guys who have had more than a cup of coffee at the NBA level. So for us to compete against them and make plays when we needed to, it was a really good job.
Coach, they ended the second quarter on a bit of a run, and then you guys came back in the third with some composure and punched back. Are you impressed by your team's fight tonight?
Absolutely. That's one of the things we talked about. This is one of the only teams probably that we've played that had a rebounding edge for us on the season. I think they had us by 20. When we looked at the previous 3 games, they rebounded us by 20. So I told them that was the only thing I was disappointed with tonight, that we only out-rebounded them by 20, so we're even for the season as opposed to going positive. But other than that, man, these guys have been really good. They respond to things like that. They like when we talk about how we fare with other teams and how we can come back and get a little get back. That's the edge that we're creating, and that's the edge that I think that they have as competitors, and it's good to see.
Sorry. So are you noticing a difference in how they battle adversity, or are they just battling adversity well the entire season?
I think they've gotten better at it. Some of the adversity they had to battle is within themselves. Things don't go right all the time. Guys want to play, minutes. I understand it. I've been a player. I know. Used to play 38 minutes and felt like I still could have had a few more out there. So, when you're getting guys, but when you look at the depth of this team and what we're able to do when we play together, that's how, they understand now. That's just how it's going to be. Nothing's going to change about that. We are who we are. When it's your time to step up and help the team do that, and, these guys, I gotta take my hats off to them. Every one of them, to a man. I told them the other night when we had Sully and Fred here that we have soldiers. We got soldiers in this team that want you to lead them, but when those guys aren't here, we have leaders in Brady and EJ and and Yannick and those guys. We got leaders to step up when they're not here. So again, they deserve this break. Want them to take a let off a little bit, but at the same time, we talked about, every other day getting some conditioning to make sure when we come back that we're ready to hit the road, running again. We don't want to come back and have to, get back all of this great conditioning and all of this good play that we've had up to this point. We want to keep rolling, keep this train moving.
Coach, last week Eddie was announced as an Eastern Conference All-Star. This week, or today, Axel, same thing. Does that speak to the development, the ideology that you guys kind of cultivated here in 905?
Yeah, I think it's huge, man, for us, not really having anybody that's putting up huge numbers, so to speak. But I think, within their minutes that they're playing, they're being efficient. And, again, the result is us winning games. And I think that's what they had to look at when you look at some of these teams who we're probably 4 or 5 games ahead of right now, getting 2 and 3 All-Stars. I think it was the right thing to do. And it's, proud of Axel because, he was one of the little, he's probably one of the hard heads at the very beginning, and he's still a little hard-headed, but at the same time, when he's out there, he gives us unbelievable effort and will. We're missing some key pieces right now. Guys that have helped us become the team that we are right now, and just hopefully those guys get healthy over these. The timing of the break is perfect because it gives those guys time to mend a little bit. And and everybody else just to clear their mind. And for me and the staff, we're gonna go down there and, like I said, try to represent the Raptors organization the best that we can. But we're gonna have a couple cocktails too.